Tristan Jackson takes one hit, and he's still on his feet. Tristan Jackson, he's taken off. Hyralat, who's not going to catch him, he's going to score. What a run by Tristan Jackson. Oh my. He should have been stopped 4 times.
Yeah, it's been a little while for Tristan Jackson, but he made that one well worth the wait.
76 yards to pay dirt.
Well, let's see how many Argos got hands on him here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5, 6, and off to the races.
Nobody else. Tristan Jackson. 76-yard scamper. Only his 2nd game with the Ottawa Redblacks. His first touchdown as a member of the Redblacks. Game changer right now. Whoa, back and forth, and away he goes. Good. It's Saskatchewan. It's his first punt return touchdown in quite some time.
Yeah, last one, 2009. Remember the Edmonton Eskimos.
Still catching his breath, as are we. 7-point Ottawa lead. Now Larry Taylor, who can do it himself. Here's a guy who won the most outstanding special teams award a few years ago, Larry Taylor, back in 2009.
And here again, a look at the highlight reel return from Tristan Jackson. He's kind of disappeared into that crowd of blue jerseys and somehow popped out the other side. Last man that he had to beat, who had a shot at him, was actually the backup quarterback, Cody Fajardo, who plays as one of the deep backs, personal protectors on the Argos punt team.
Redblacks have had some big plays here tonight. This game far from over, though. Kenny Shaw snares it. Still loads of time left.
And what a great string of close games over these last 2 weeks in the Canadian Football League. 2 overtime games. Last week, the Winnipeg-Toronto game as well, essentially decided on the final possession. And this one looking like it's going to come right down to the wire as well.
2 teams, again, since Ottawa came back in the league, that notoriously have played close football. Whitaker, cut back, first down. Last time they met last October, the Argos won 38-35. Remember that night?
Remember a Chatwin's catch.
Flying Hawaiian, and remember who threw the football? Trevor Harris. Now Harris trying to haunt his old mates. Ricky Ray stepping up. Ray now. Looks like he wanted to kind of pitch it backwards there for a second.
Yeah, looking downfield, seeing no one there, but he knew Brandon Whitaker was behind him. He thought about it, but by then things were finally closing down on Ricky Ray. Did a nice job here to step up, buy himself a little bit of time, and again, and with the pursuit closing, nowhere to go.
Another key 2nd down conversion. There's Harris, who hit Owens with that miracle grab in the end zone. Both he and Owens no longer Argos. Ray in trouble. Down he goes. Arnaud Gascon-Nadeau with the sack. Second sack of the night for the Redblacks. 2nd sack of the season for Arnaud Gascon-Nadeau, the former Hamilton Tiger Cat.
Yeah, cheated down inside a little bit on this one with Munoz coming up on the outside. You see some confusion as he looped in. He was left unblocked on the play.
Well, Tristan Jackson is not back, but Chris Williams equally dangerous. Williams cutting back now. Swallowed up. Arno Gascon-Nadon just to play down the road. Knows Ricky Ray. Knows him a little better right now. 27-20 Redblacks in Toronto. 4 straight games now over 300 yards for Trevor Harris. Another night at the office. Let's go down to Matthew Shinetti right now.
Absolutely, Rod. Harris is still playing great, but the man behind me, Henry Burris, is on the mend. Yes, it's that pinky finger he injured in Edmonton. I spoke to him before the game. He says he's a week ahead of schedule. Remember, he's on the 6-game injured list. What he's trying to do right now is grip different sizes of Nerf footballs, because I'm sure Dwayne can explain to all of us that pinky finger is so important to quarterbacks. I looked at it. It is still very swollen on Henry Burris's right hand, guys.
Yeah, interesting bit of rehab there with the Nerf footballs. I suspect that that Hank's sons might be benefiting from that particular rehab.
Target practice.
A few extra games to catch with Dad that they may not normally get at this time of year.
6:50 to go here in Toronto tonight. Harris still chucking. Chris Williams has it. Makes one move and then ducks for cover into Toronto territory. Chris Williams has actually had what we might call an off night, which most players would call a pretty good night.
Yeah, Williams, you'll see the cushion he's given right on the right edge of your screen along that sideline. Again, often because of his speed, defensive backs are going to play off Chris Williams a little bit and give him some space, but the challenge of that comes when he actually catches the ball and you've got a guy who can accelerate remarkably quickly. And you're giving him room to work.
6 catches, 60+ yards for Chris Williams. I think he's just garnered a lot of attention as well tonight. Harris has looked his way a couple of times in double coverage or blanket coverage. Argo fans looking for a defensive response here. Harris only 3 incomplete passes. Remarkable. Steps up. Penalty flag far side. Brad Sinopoli down near the 32-yard line. Actually, penalties in the backfield and on the far sideline. So 2 flags here. So problem with the microphone for Andre. 23-yard pass. This is going against Ottawa, so this is all coming back here. Here he is.
Illegal block, hands to the face. Ottawa number 64, 10-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
We'll take a look. 64 is the left guard, Jermichael Dean. If you caught right at the very end of that play, got the hands up high on the defensive end.
Look at all the penalties the Redblacks have racked up here, yet they still lead. Sinopoli out of the backfield, still short of the initial line of scrimmage.
Tackle on the play by number 48, Thomas Miles. 3rd down.
The big punt coming up here for Zach Medeiros. Hoping to pin Toronto deep here, force them to put together another one of those long drives if they're going to even up this ball game.
Big boot by Medeiros.
Good placement.
Taylor picks his way, now trying to cut back and dives forward. Long field now for the Argos, down 7 with 4.5 to go at BMO.
Those tough on the field deserve a truck that's tough on the road. The 2016 GMC Sierra.
Well, Ricky Ray back at it here. And continuing his march up so many leaderboards, but he's one of those guys that doesn't really concern himself with numbers too much. As he said to Trevor Harris earlier, you know, we're supposed to win cups, and now Argo's list all time, tied with Damon Allen. Only Conridge Holloway ahead of them. Ray settles in. Oh, almost picked off.
A great effort by Jonathan Rose to go up and get that one. Terrific athletic play, but unfortunately for him, unable to come down with the interception. But you'll see tremendous leap here. Get his feet planted, turn his body, climb the ladder. Just coming down empty-handed.
Ottawa team that had victory in their grasp against Calgary. Late in the game, in overtime. That looked like the Argos jumped way offside there.
Yeah, Vidal Hazelton had a head start on that one.
So a field just got longer.
Offside. Toronto, number 21, 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
2nd and 15 now.
Long field gets longer.
Three-man rush. Ray from the goal line. And he's caught and brought down again by Gascon Nadon. There is a flag in the end zone, however.
Yeah, this could be a hold against the Argos. I think that matchup between Aston Whiteside and Josh Burke.
Number 59, penalties decline. It's going to be third down.
So a major field position shift here for the Argos, who are already down 7. Liram Hairala, who's going to have to kick this out of his end zone. Normally, sometimes in a position you would take the safety in the end zone this deep, but that makes it a 2-possession game.
Well, yeah, you pick your poison. You can either take the safety or you're punting to them, essentially setting Ottawa to be up very close to field goal position, but you have to kick it.
Tristan Jackson bobbles it, but great field position. 45-yard kick. And talked about Damon Allen. There he is. Guy who was once Pro Football's all-time passing leader and then surpassed, of course, by Anthony Calvillo, and now he comes to games and loves popcorn. Saw Damon last night. Always love bumping into him. He is a guy who just loves football, and football fans around the league love Damon Allen. A lot of jerseys here. A lot of cities have Damon Allen jerseys.
Well, they sure do, but only one of them, as you saw on the right shoulder, has that MVP 05 signature, and that's Toronto Argonauts.
You got
Grey
that.
Cup champion a year earlier in 04.
Keenan LaFrance, what he did here was remarkable. And talk about Henry Burris, and you know, playing so well at 41. And Damon played, as we talked about so often. He said, "You got telling everybody I'm a granddad." He played when he was a granddad, and his brother Marcus was in town last night. Pro Football Hall of Famer. There's DA. There's the 3-minute warning. 27-20 Ottawa in TO tonight. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific across the TSN network. Brought to you by OLG and Ontario Racing. Pretty good race here tonight. Argos and Redblacks. Down to the wire we go. Inside 3 minutes. Argos defense needing some big stops here. Trevor Harris having none of that tonight. Another dish to the far side for Ernest Jackson. He's going to be held a couple yards short of a first down. What a release valve Ernest Jackson has become for this Ottawa Redblacks offense.
Yeah, we see Ernest Jackson handling a lot of the short game for these Redblacks.
So 3rd and 1. And right now, the Redblacks have put Chris Milo out.
This, as we talked about, is the potential no-win situation of punting out of your own end zone in this spot. Do you give them 2 or do you risk giving them 3? At least with the 3, you're going to make them earn it. Long one here.
But it is off the post. He had enough. And it bounces out and nothing. And the Argos dodge a missile.
Yeah, I mean, the decision to punt out, again, they had to do it, so there wasn't much of a decision, but couldn't have worked out better for the Argos, as there's not even a single point that turns it into an 8-point game.
Chris Milo, last week, a guy who's become a dependable kicker for the Redblacks, but last week he struggled. And that was another one of those.
Well, we probably said at that moment when he hit the goalpost that he couldn't do that again if he tried.
He did.
Did it again a week later.
Now the Argos trying to capitalize. Ray over the top. Right at the first down marker for Shaw. 2-minute offense now for Ricky Ray.
What a valuable guy Kenny Shaw has proven to be for the Argos early this season. Had a very good training camp. There was no hesitation for Scott Milanovic to get him into the lineup when there were injuries.
Here's the blitz. There goes a deep ball for Shaw. One-on-one. Oh, he had it. Antoine Pruneau with a great defensive effort.
They got man coverage. Again, Pruneau, the linebacker, will frequently line up on the number 3 receiver. Starting off, here they come, left to right on your screen. Essentially, he's got half the field to get open. You got an indication of the speed of Antoine Pruneau staying right in that hip pocket on Kenny Shaw and waited until the ball arrived to stick his hand in there.
Vindication for him. He had an interception taken away by penalty. The blitz again. Ray can't avoid it. Down he goes. Damaso Munoz takes down Ricky Ray, and the Argos have to kick with 1:50 to go.
Munoz is coming around the horn. He's going to end up being the unblocked guy. Again, confusion on the twist. You saw the running back, Whitaker, and center Van Roten both went inside on that twist. Nobody bounced outside to pick up Munoz.
Tristan Jackson, who really changed the game with that punt return. Tackled near the 50. 1:35 to go. The Argos have to force the Redblacks into a quick 2-and-out.
And the Tristan Jackson touchdown, a reminder of the importance of special teams here in the Canadian Football League. 3-down football, it literally becomes a third of the game. Now Trevor Harris looking to do what the Redblacks couldn't a week ago. Close things out on their final possession.
Really keep it on the ground. That eats up a couple ticks.
It has been Keenan LaFrance at running back over the last few series for the Ottawa Redblacks. I'm not sure if there's an injury issue with Nick Grigsby. He is standing on the sidelines. But I also wonder a little bit, even with the fumble late in the game for Grigsby, for a guy who didn't go through training camp, didn't play preseason, you wonder conditioning-wise where Nick Grigsby would be at late in the game if that is factored into the decision at all here.
Harris will throw it down the sideline, has his man, and Ernest Jackson. What a play call by the Ottawa Redblacks. And that might be a play that seals this game for Ottawa.
Ernest Jackson is going to sneak out to the sideline and essentially throttle down and wait. They flooded that area. Everybody thinks it's going to be the safe play on the hitch to Chris Williams. Both DBs on that side bite. Trevor Harris doesn't have to rifle it into a tight window. He's able to just loft it down there.
Toronto taking a timeout, or Toronto taking the timeout, trying to use the clock up here. 1:05 to go. Redblacks clearly content here to wind this clock down and maybe give Milo another chance to put it completely out of reach. But time's certainly the enemy for the Argos. Scott Milanovic see his team fall to 2-2 here. Big play night for the Ottawa Redblacks.
Yeah, and they've picked their spots perfectly. Trevor Harris said it, we have to be patient, but we know that those big plays will be there. And when the opportunities have presented themselves, they've made the most of it.
They'll keep it on the turf. As much as Trevor Harris is prone to throw the football, I think at this point probably they will like to keep it on the ground. Ottawa football fans in Toronto, some youngsters. They've got a good thing going in Ottawa these days. Redblacks under a minute away here from remaining the CFL's only undefeated team. LaFrance, and a penalty flag and a first down. That will do it. 38 to go. Penalty flag looked like it came on the tackle.
May have been a hold downfield though, perhaps by an Ottawa
It is.
blocker.
Holding Ottawa number 18. Foul occurred prior to yards being gained. It's going to be a 10-yard penalty. We'll replay second down.
So not so fast. Second down now. Alex Perchelski.
Yeah, he's in as the tight end on the left side, big receiver, former star right here at the University of Toronto. That has more to do with hand position than anything else. Hands on the outside of the shoulder pads.
So that brings the clock down to 33. Should have put it in the books yet. Milo's coming out here. Argo's a chance. You never know. He could block this field goal. Milo putting one off that goalpost. That upright. In his previous kick. This one's going to come from the 30. And this would put away the Argos for sure. In the second half, that went back and forth. And really decided by a 75-yard punt return. Milo again. This time he's good. That will do it.